Hey everyone, welcome to the EV Evolve. This is one of the first of its kind here in New Zealand and Australia. So I'll be giving you a brief tour on this EV built by KEA over in New Zealand. So starting from the back, you can see the typical KEA design with the large windows and the U-lounge at the back, which KEA is famous for. Then we've got the large entry door over here. Again, something KEA is famous for as well. Plenty of storage cabinets all over the top and everything. It's a very ingenious design. Here's our main control center over here. So basically there's two systems to this motorhome. There's the high voltage side for the chassis, which is the LDV side. That runs a 56 kilowatt hour lithium battery. And secondly, for this whole house area, we got a 12 volt deep cycle battery, which is mounted in the rear section of the motorhome over here. So looking at its features, this being a late model EV, it comes with a 2-burner induction cooktop over here. The initial ones had the single burner. You get plenty of storage again everywhere. You get a large sink with the folding tap over here, hot and cold water. And again, a large kitchen galley, something KEA is famous for as well. Your fridge runs on 12 volts over here at the bottom. And you've got some charging points here as well. So what this motorhome is basically there's two separate systems. Everything to do with the cooking and heating of the hot water is done via 240 volts. So when you plug into a socket like that at a campsite, you'll get hot water and your cooktop will work, and it will also charge up your battery over here. So the idea behind this motorhome is you ideally want to book a site where you can plug in the EV side of the motorhome so it charges, and you can plug in the house area as well. So you've got two chargers in this vehicle. This one is if you're going to a campsite. This is your charging system here. So this is your vehicle side that you plug in, and this over here goes here. It's a slow charger. It won't charge as fast as your AC charger, but that's just there in case you need it, and it's also quite beneficial because not all campsites have an EV charger like that. So that's quite good to have. So it's designed to go to campsites, but it's also got the ability to go freedom camping if you're planned with enough range. So having seen the kitchen and the rear section, we'll move on to the front. So over here, it's quite a straightforward standard car design. There's nothing over complicated about it. And as you can see here, the range is roughly normally about 120 kilometers. But again, this is dependent on your payload, the types of roads you're driving on, so on and so forth. But you can plan to get about 120 kilometers range, which in my opinion is quite good for something that gives you a home away from home, because you really don't want to be traveling too far anywhere. You want to stop and take in the sights. That's the main thing about camping and traveling around. You want to enjoy what is there to enjoy. So now, coming to the bathroom area, we've got a semi-large cubicle area with a toilet and a swivel bowl, similar to what the Platinums have. Got a small sink at the top there, shower head, light, and a little vent at the top there for your shower area. So again, as I mentioned, if you've seen any of my other videos, these bowls swivel around, so it gives you that extra bit of space if needed. So that's the shower area over there. Over here is normally where you keep the charging cables or any other storage. It doesn't really matter, but this is normally where the AC chargers are located. So this is a 2-berth motorhome, and this rear section converts into a bed, which I'll show you now. So in order to convert it into a bed, you need to remove this table from here, and then you've got that one board over there, and you've got the other board over there. So we'll do that now. So now you can see with the boards over here, they're placed nicely in there. So if I lift this up, you can see it goes there and there. So once that's formed, then we just basically drop those rear squabs into this area, and you make up the bed. And that's what that large bed looks like over there. It's a bit larger than a double, and it's more than adequate for 2 adults. Very comfortable and very easy to make, as you saw. And when you're done with it, all you need to do is just remove the squabs and put the boards on either side. Very ingenious design. Takes a few minutes, and then you can convert it back into your rear lounge area. And if you don't want that table over there, it's big enough to seat 4 people over there. Now coming back to the control center, we've got the usual tank monitors over here, your volt gauge to look so you can monitor your house battery and the charge it's got, and all the switches over here for your fridge, water pump, toilet, range hood, which we'll cover now, and the lights. So the range hood, if we turn that on, we've got an extractor fan over here, and we've got lights over here when you're cooking at the top here. So you can turn it off independently, and you can turn the fan on like so. All the 240 volt power points will only work when you're plugged in, as mentioned, there and over there at the bottom, including the microwave. That'll only work when you're plugged in as well. And again, plenty of storage everywhere. So that covers the inside of this motorhome. We'll have one last look at it. So now we'll step outside and I'll show you its features on the outside. So over here we've got our rear storage area. It's quite a decent size and it's quite long. This one has a bike rack fitted to it, so it's a twin bike rack setup on it. It's a fully self-contained motorhome, meaning you can also park at freedom campsites. As long as you estimate your range, you can easily do that. So this is where you plug in your house area of the camper. And over here is where the grey water hose is normally kept and your power lead. Underneath here is the grey water hose. And coming to the front here on the updated models is where you charge the EV side of the camper. So you just lift that up and it's just over here, like so. And finally, coming to the passenger side, shut that door. Over here is where our cassette toilet is located. And there's your flush system, so just pull it directly from the tank, so you don't need to worry about topping up a tank. So when we're inside, when we shut the door, we've got those blinds over here. So at night you can always just close this, pull it up, or you can leave it whatever you want it. And you got your rubbish bin over there, and all your lights are over here. And finally, you've got a skylight over there, and this opens up as well, so you can let in a bit of fresh air if needed. Driving this EV, if you've never driven an EV before, it's quite a surreal experience. There's literally no noise, so I'll just show you that now. Coming to the front over here, we've got the key here. Just put the key in there, turn it, and just turn it like you would start a car. Just turn it once. When it says ready, that means you're ready to go. All you literally do is, there's your electronic park brake over there, but all you literally do is just put it in drive, and that noise you heard is the electronic park brake releasing, and then you can just move forward and backwards. And when you put it back in park, you just have to flick that e-brake back on. And you've got air conditioning, a heater, you got your USB radio system, hands-free setup. So it's quite a nice design. Even when you're out on the road, when you're driving it, I'll put up a clip now. It's a short one. It's a surreal experience driving it. When you're in something this big and you don't hear any noise. So finally, I'll put up a spec sheet now, so you can run through it. I'll leave this up for a little bit longer than the other ones, because I know most people are curious to know what the specs are on this particular vehicle. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this informative, and this video was a little bit longer than my other videos, just because I wanted to show you the EV side and everything of this particular camper, because I know a lot of people are curious on this. And I have to say, after driving myself, I was quite impressed at the power it's got. But then I guess that is standard with most electric vehicles. It gives you that instant torque, which is quite nice. Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya. Under the hood, this is what we have over here. Basically our inverter system and all the electrics to run the EV. Just in case anyone was curious, that's what that front looks like.